It's about that time again where I hit you guys with 5 new recommendations from the year of 2025. I'm always listening to lots of types of music, but I'm not always speaking about them on this channel because I haven't always got the time. This isn't my full-time job. I've not always got the minutes in the day, the hours in the day to be doing this, but I try my best to give you guys some good recommendations, and hopefully this video is another example of that, where you guys get some brand new albums that you haven't heard already, and yeah, maybe find one of your favorites of the year, because some of these are definitely in that kind of conversation. There's potential for somebody to listen to one of these and absolutely love them. I've just got a feeling. So stick around, watch the video. Hopefully you get some good recommendations. I've done a video on this already, so watch that previous video that I've done. And yeah, if you're feeling super generous, support me on the Patreon, the membership page, either or, whatever you'd like. You get some perks from them as well, and you also get to support this channel. So if you're feeling that generous, you can maybe do that. But without further ado, let's get on with the 5 albums that I want to point out and yeah, highlight and recommend for you guys from 2025. Starting with Lonnie Holley. I did rave about the previous Lonnie Holley album. I thought it was really good, and Lonnie Holley is just this really like avant-garde, strange musician that combines so many different genres that it would be really odd to just like say one thing, because it doesn't really always feel like you're listening to something that can be boxed into just one genre. Some of the tracks are super manic and strange, and some of the like beats and the percussions are just all over the place. They're absolutely wild and frantic. It's such a cool listen. This guy is like in his mid-70s making this kind of music as well. Like, that needs to be mentioned, that this guy is so like far into his career, and he just seems to get more and more experimental and strange with each release. Massively check this one out, massively recommend it. Seriously, it's so cool, so weird, and there's not much out there that sounds like it. I want to mention Drug Bug, which is the total opposite of what I just said really. This is more of like a lo-fi twee pop outfit that does have some very sort of like rough around the edges recording quality to it, but there's some really sweet melodies that shine through as well. I do appreciate what they're going for here. It kind of reminds me a little bit at times of like a Brave Little Abacus, but they're obviously more in the emo sphere of things, whereas Drug Bug is more in the kind of like jangly pop lo-fi sounds. But yeah, I like what they're doing. I think this is quite a lovely, sweet album, and yeah, one that I thought was not going to be totally for me, but I ended up coming out of it liking it, so I can't really complain, because usually I don't always have the massive like love for this type of stuff, but I think there's somebody out there that could absolutely fall in love with this. Like if you're like a Weather Day fan or something like that, I could see maybe you being on board. Backxwash, going back to the straight up just rapping of what we got on God Has Nothing to Do With It, so leave him out of it. Since that album, we have had like some really like heavy, huge like metal moments that have come through in their music. I did like that as well, but I think I prefer this sound a little bit more. It just gives Backxwash more room to explore these really heavy topics and, you know, touch on some really depressive topics as well. Some of the lyrics are really, really heavy on this album, and yeah, I just really appreciate what Backxwash is going for here. I think it's a really, really good sound. Some of the beats and the production is really nicely worked as well. Some of those like soul samples are fantastic. It's just all really well put together, and yeah, I think we're kind of back on track for what I prefer the most from Backxwash. It's really nice to see this, and yeah, again, seems to be somewhat of an underrated rapper in the hip-hop world. I'm not sure why. She's not really talked about in that kind of light, but I think it's pretty damn good. So hopefully, you know, we get some hip-hop heads turning their heads to this one and appreciating it, because I think it's definitely worth more attention. Backxwash, you're probably thinking, where can you do that? You can do it in the goddamn bath. And the next artist is Baths. That was terrible, sorry. Baths, yeah, I've really always appreciated the sounds of Bath. Obsidian from 2013 is really good. And yeah, this new one, I was like, okay, some of those lyrics are very, very, ooh, Ooh, but yeah, really cool indie pop sounds coming through on here. Just some really eclectic instrumentation with some really nice vocals and some really lovely moments as well in the production. Yeah, it's a really nice, clean sounding album. Like from start to end, I was just like really impressed with just how immaculate it all sounded. But yeah, very impressed with this one. Last one I want to mention is Anxious, who I have in fact mentioned a few times on this channel now in a couple of videos, but I keep want to shill in this one, I keep want to push in this one, because I thought it was a really great album that could definitely get more of an audience. I think for me personally, I'm a bit nostalgic for that like emo pop rock sound, but I think they're just doing it really well. It's not just nostalgia that's fueling my liking here. I just think on this album, because their first album showed promise, but this one they've just really locked in on like making anthems and making these really like sing-along choruses and just really making all the songs feel like they stand on their own, really stand out. And yeah, like Counting Sheep, the first couple of tracks as well, the whole thing just runs really nicely, and I just would like to see more love for this one because I think it's great, and it's one of my favourites of the year, but one that I thought was worth mentioning again because it doesn't seem that many people have really locked in onto listening to it. But yeah, hopefully this one could bring in a crowd of that kind of like emo pop 2000s, you know, era. Perhaps anyone that likes that could absolutely be on board with this. And that is it from me. These are the 5 albums I wanted to highlight in this video here. That is gonna be it for today. Let me know some albums that I should be checking out, hopefully ones that you think I should be, you know, getting onto, reviewing, and that would be wonderful. So yeah, what are some albums that you're loving this year? Let me know. Do subscribe, as I say, maybe check out my Patreon membership page, that kind of stuff as well. Have a good day and goodbye.